Hello guys, welcome back in my YouTube channel. Today I will show you a little update that I made in the Rubik code that I showed you last time on the last video. So if you missed it, make sure you watch before continue with this, so you can find it in the YouTube homepage of my channel or in the description of this video. So as you can see here, I had this import like threading for do on another thread my solving function that I will explain later, and of course time to measure the execution time of my resolution function, and then colorama to print colored text on the terminal here, and I will show you later also this. So the function that I added are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So if I press letter Q here, here, if I press letter Q, this value first white key turn true, and then here, if this value is true, I start to solve the cube. And of course, if there are some if the cube is already solved like this, as you can see here, we have start solving the cube and then white cross already complete, so our cube is already solved and we do nothing. But if this is not true, we start to solving the cube in another thread, and then I added this global variable to make sure that I update my Rubik cube at the end of this process to the main function. So the first function that I added is this first white. What I do here is pick a random number, and then based on this number do a certain move, a move that I defined previously and that I explained you in the next video, in the previous video. Of course, if a random number is if a certain move is repeated more than four times, the code will pass. So if I do zeta move 4 times, then it will continue to generate another random number, and so I make another random move and I reset the previous counter. So in the next cycle I can do another zeta move and the counter will here will increase by 1. So again, when I reach 4 zeta move, my and I pick a random number that is, I think 3, it will pass and it will generate a random number, because if you do as you can see, this is your first move. If you do 1, 2, 3, 4, after 4 times the disposition turn back to the original one. So if you continue to do this, you will get no result that make the cube move, so you go back to the original disposition. And then I put the white element, this one, on the top by moving the cube like this, or like this, or like this. So Then I put the white element on the top, and then I do this random move to put this orange and white element on the top together with this piece. So at the end of this function I will have the white element and the white plus orange element on the top. Then we proceed to make the white cross. So we first move this side of the cube and check if there is a piece that is green or white or blue and white or white or red. So if there is some element that contains white, and if this element, if we found this element, we go for place it in the current position by moving, by doing this certain move that I wrote here, that I write here, so you can check it in by the link on the GitHub. You can read and so understand what I'm doing here. But basically I find an element that contains a white face, and then I place it on the current position. And if I move this side and I don't find anything, I move this side. And if I don't find anything, I move this one here, and then back to move the right side and back to move the left side. And in this way I for sure find something to put in the correct position. And at the end of this function I will have my white cross. So I go next to make the white face, and I again I look for this element that has three faces, for example white, orange and blue. And in particular I rotate the cube like this, so the white face is on the bottom, and then I rotate the top layer like this, and I do the sexy move to place the corner, the upright corner on the bottom on the white face, so I can complete my white face like this. Okay, so here I will complete my white face. So I've done the sexy move. R first, U first. In the as this page here. R first, U first. This is the sexy move that I wrote here. Here. Then, after we complete the white face, we go for the second layer, and of course, also with this, there are certain moves that we must do to place the cube in the correct position. And so I considered different case. So if this element is in this position, do this, and of course it's right here. You can read and understand by your own, because it's not really complicated if you understand how a Rubik cube works, but it's so long to explain in a YouTube video. Then I define these three functions that are not complete yet, because I have still some problem to make the yellow cross on the top. But if I run the code now, you can see this. So first I shuffle the cube, in this case 58 times. Then after this I press letter Q to start the solving. So in the terminal we have start to solving the cube, and sorry, because I'm recording the screen there is some problem because with the OpenGL graphic. I don't know if you do something like that, so open Chrome or open another app, it will freeze. It will continue to move the cube in the background, but you don't see the animation on the screen. I don't know why. I added the threading library to avoid this, but as you can see, it still happen. If you have some good tips, please leave it in the comment and I will adjust the code as you tell me. So so I press letter Q, and as you can see we start to solving the cube, and in 0.25 seconds we found the orange and white element, and this is done by doing a random move. So it may take literally 0 seconds or 20 seconds or 90 seconds. It depends. And as you can see here we have some print, but the cube is still free. So for you I refresh and I will shuffle the cube again and then try to solve it. As you can see here, 0.63 seconds, and this is not it's a case. I'm really lucky. So then after we find the orange and white element, we go for the green white, the blue white, and the red white. In this case we found the blue white element, and then we proceed to find the green white or the red white, and here we found the green white. So we have the green white and the blue white, and we have to find the red white, and then after we find the red white we have completed our white cross, and then we align the color by moving the second layer, so we center our cube. Then after the white cross is completed and the second layer is aligned with the first one, we start to solve the white face. So first we place it on the bottom, and then we find the element that have 3 faces. So the element that has have 3 faces. So in this case we found white, orange, and blue in position 21, white, orange, green in position 17, and so on. And then we complete our white face. After this we go for the second layer. We found orange plus blue element in position 13, and so on. And then after the second layer is complete, as the layer method teaches, we have to look for the shape of the yellow element on the top, and in this case we found our L, and we are going to make our yellow cross, and you see cube solved in 90.96 seconds, but as you can see here we don't have our yellow cross. We have a yellow T, and there is still some problem, and I don't understand why. I have to figure it out, but for now is okay. And if again I shuffle the cube and then try to solve it again, you can see here start to solving the cube, and this time the orange and the white face may take a few seconds more to find, because as I mentioned before, I do this by doing random moves, so sometimes it may be instantly, and sometimes it takes 31.51 seconds. Then we go for our white face. As you can see here, start to solve a white face, and here white face completed. Then we go for the second layer. As you can see, the cube wheel doesn't stop. Okay, red plus blue element found in position 1. Okay, red green element found in position 5. Let's find, okay, in this case we haven't any L or T on the top layer, on the yellow layer, and so as you can see here in the code, if we don't found any L or T, we start to solve our yellow layer by doing certain moves. So if nothing found, do this. That basically it's to repeat what we do for the L or for the T, but not one time or two times, but 3 times. So if we found L, we have to do the move 2 times. If we found T, we have to do 1 times. If we don't find anything, we have to do this 3 times. So but in this case we got our yellow cross, but not always this happens, so I have to figure it out. For now, guys, is okay. Next time I hope to finish this code, and yeah, it's not very efficiently, and I can improve the execution time, but I want to make simple, very simple for all of you, because I'm using list, random number, Pygame and OpenGL are the most complicated things to understand here, and are really complicated to understand. So I want to made the rest of the code in a way very simple, so you can understand how works OpenGL and Pygame instead of the model of the Rubik cube, that in this case, as I tell to you in the previous video, is a simple array of 25 elements that I defined here manually, and then I assemble here in a unique variable that I named the Rubik cube. So guys, for this video is all. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.